Hello and welcome to some potential and confirmed transfers. Now, some of these transfers I tried to do them more recently, but let's jump into the first one. Firstly, we have Shaqiri from Inter Milan to Stoke City.
Jesus Christ.
To be honest, I couldn't put it any better myself. I mean, it's definitely a weird transfer. Keep in mind, 2 seasons ago, Shaqiri was at Bayern Munich and he actually won the Champions League there. He went to Inter Milan, he really didn't have the best season there, but Stoke have put a surprise 12 million bid, and that's their club record fee. But there is a source from somewhere saying he's not willing to play in the Premier League, and I mean, you couldn't really blame him, especially, I don't think he'd fancy going to Stoke, playing with players like Charlie Adam and Peter Crouch. So we'll have to see what happens, and it's definitely a weird transfer, but I'm sure it'll become clear in the next few days. Next is Radamel Falcao, who has joined Chelsea on a 1-year loan deal from Monaco, and everyone knows about Falcao, one of the biggest flops easily, besides from Balotelli. He went to Manchester United on a loan, 300k a week, everyone expects him to be scoring bags of goals. He literally did nothing, hardly any goals, hardly any assists, put onto the bench. I mean, he couldn't complain, he's on so much money, but he just did absolutely nothing. He was a massive, big flop, really. He did have an injury, and people say that's really what caused him to sort of lose all his form and just not be the same he once was at Monaco. But if Jose Mourinho can turn it around for him at Chelsea, it's easy. He can easily call himself the best manager in the world, because I don't see him doing much, but it's definitely an interesting one, and whether he'll do anything at Chelsea, we'll have to see. So moving on to a player who won't be in a Chelsea shirt next year, that is Cech. He was at the club for 11 years, got 13 major trophies while he's there, but Courtois came back from Atletico Madrid. He established himself as the best keeper in La Liga. He's replaced Cech. Cech's dropped to the bench, and he's admitted he wanted to stay there and retire there, but he wants to get game time, so he's moved to Arsenal. It's a good bit of business for them, and I think that could definitely help them get an even higher spot than he did last season. And Moving on to another confirmed transfer, we do have Miranda from Atletico Madrid to Inter Milan for 10.6 million. He's a great centre-back. In 2013-14 he helped them win the title. In 2014 he also helped them get to the Champions League final as well. He's got himself into the starting 11 for Brazil. He's a really good centre-back, and that's a great bit of business done for Inter. Next we have Carlos Bacca from Sevilla to AC Milan for £21 million. He scored 20 goals in 37 appearances to help Sevilla finish 5th. He also bagged himself some goals in the Europa League as well. He's a decent striker, and he could be just what AC Milan need. So now moving on to a potential transfer, we have Sergio Ramos from Real Madrid to Manchester United. Man United put in a £28 million bid, which was rejected. They then improved it to around £35 million. Again, Real Madrid weren't having any of it. They have improved the bid to £42.5 million, and apparently a lot of press, a lot of papers are saying Sergio Ramos has told Real Madrid he does want to leave. He's a world-class centre-back, and it would be brilliant to see him in the Premier League, considering Manchester United have had a lot of troubles in their defence over the season, so it would be a really great transfer for them. Now moving on to another potential transfer is David De Gea, the other Spaniard, this way from Man United to Real Madrid. Man United have said they want 35 million, which is a record for a goalkeeper. Real Madrid have put bids in around the 20 million mark, but they have not been accepted. To spice things up, De Gea was pictured in Madrid, so is there some sneaky transfer business going on? We'll never know. We'll just have to wait and see a few days, but if he does join, I think it won't be so good for Man United, because he's an absolute brilliant keeper. In my eyes, I think he's one of the best in the world, but if they get Ramos out of it, it won't be too bad, and we'll just have to see. Now moving back to a confirmed transfer is of course Klein from Southampton to Liverpool for £12 million, which has been agreed. He's done his medical and he is now a Liverpool player, and of course it's another Southampton player that Brendan Rodgers has bought. Hopefully he doesn't follow the incline of players from Southampton that haven't been good. Of course Lovren and Lambert were very poor, so hopefully he can be good. To be honest, I like class him as a really, really good right back, and I think if he can keep his form that he had at Southampton and Liverpool, he'll be absolutely brilliant, and he could become one of the best in the league. Now moving over to another another confirmed transfer, we have Douglas Costa from Shakhtar Donetsk to Bayern Munich for £21 million. He's a young Brazilian, he's got a lot of skill. It's his time to shine now. Whether he'll do well at Bayern Munich, obviously time's going to tell for that, but he is a really good player, and it'll be great to see him in the Bundesliga. And also, come the new transfers on FIFA 15, he will definitely be one to watch in the sweaty Bundesliga squads. Now moving to the last player in the video, it is Nanny, who is a confirmed transfer to Fenerbahce for £4.25 million. He's just yet to have his medical. He's obviously came back to Man United from his loan deal at Sporting, but Louis van Gaal probably has no intentions of playing him, so he's going to go to play in Turkey, and it'd be good to see him there, and I think he'd do himself pretty well there.